Hey there, welcome back to No Pants Profits. My name is Richard, and today I'm coming to you about a month after, maybe 2 days after, a month after, they announced Carnival Rewards, which we all know how that's gone. Carnival has also opened Celebration Key 2 days ago, and there's been a major outcrying of creators that are not my color talking about ghetto fatigue being on their ships. And I've racked my head on this. I was right. About a month ago, I stood in front of a Pepsi sign and said, this is going to become Coke. I did say that. But I did also say, Duffy's going to retire. Because I thought Duffy was doing a terrible job. But here's the funny part. I think Duffy is doing exactly what she was hired to do. I think the fun ships, maybe not all of them, but most of them, are headed for sale. I know that seems weird. And you're like, who's going to buy the biggest cruise line out there? Now, Carnival's been piecing off their ships for years to other companies, e.g. Margaritaville has some old Costa ships and stuff like that. But I think there's a new entrant in the cruising market, and that entrant is pretty damn universal. Yeah, I said it. That entrant is pretty damn universal. Universal Cruise Line. Now, you got Disney Cruise Line. I think Universal is going to pick up a large number of Carnival ships, and Christine Duffy and the team have been tasked with taking out the trash. Getting the ghetto fatigue off the ships, getting the customers that aren't spending off the ships, building up the casino program. Now, Disney doesn't have a casino program. A lot of you might not know that, but Disney has no casino program on their cruise ships, Disney Cruise Line. They also have no drink packages. Hopefully that doesn't go away. But this is a very interesting possibility with Universal Cruise Line. Now, one of the things that I think Universal Cruise Line finds quite entrancing, however you'd say it, about Carnival is Celebration Key. You might say, why do they find that interesting? Well, because Celebration Key is kind of like Isla Nublar. It looks kind of like Jurassic Park. And I know what some of you are saying. That looks like Jurassic Park. That doesn't look like enough sun. Well, if Universal wanted to make their own little private island, well, Celebration Key is an interesting place to go about doing it. There's plenty of room to build out more room and everything like that. And yeah, if you really take a look, all you got to do to make it make sense is add some sun. Look at that. We even have a Universal Cruise Line coming soon. I know it sounds weird. There's been rumors about Universal buying Margaritaville, buying all these companies like that. But I've been in companies before that they get directives before acquisitions, and those directives before acquisitions, they literally say, clean up the company, get rid of the dead weight, get rid of the people who aren't making money, get rid of your, bottom 30% of people because they're going to be changed up in the acquisition and everything like that. It is very clear that Universal has been trying to get into the cruise line space and been trying to get into the island space to make their own little theme park that has some infrastructure. Well, right on the coast of Freeport has some infrastructure. It's Grand Bahama Island, sorry. I got Freeport on the mind because there's another ship I'm going on soon that's being fixed in Freeport right now. But Grand Bahama Island, they've got it on the mind. And like I said, we've got Universal Cruises, but we've got some other interesting mop-ups here, like, Carnival Nightclub's kind of scary. So Grok said that Universal might be able to make that nightclub a little more Halloween Horror Nightsy in nature. Or the casino. You can keep minions there. Now, Universal had partnered with Royal Caribbean for a time to put DreamWorks characters on board their ships, but I don't believe it's going on anymore. And look, you got a pizzeria. Mario and a Luigi themed a pizzeria, open till 4 a.m. Just looking at you, Christine. I know you did that. You cut down the pizza from 4 a.m. to 2 a.m. to midnight. Now, why am I telling you this all right now? Well, because as of Friday last week, all of my future Carnival cruises disappeared. I was refunded. All my deposits on my future Carnival cruises disappeared. I have no letter that says I'm banned or anything like that. And believe it or not, I can actually book new cruises, which is like, I even had a cruise I was on with a friend that I was not the lead on, and they canceled that friend's cruise. That is pretty messed up. But I mean, some other concepts. Let's say instead of Guy's barbecue, we mix a little bit of Frankenstein, a little bit of Shaq. We get Shaq's barbecue right there. Shrek's spa. Yeah, these seem like very... Oh, look, you can actually go exercising with Puss and the Boots. These seem absolutely crazy, absolutely nutty, but when you look at it, you're like, they're not that nutty. Look, you even got Christine with the classic monsters from Universal behind her. And that is a combination between John Held and Alfred Hitchcock. We've got him. Some people say this idea is crazy. I say it's for the birds. There's John with the birds behind him. I did these mock-ups in ChatGPT and in Gronk. Held versus Hitchcock. The battle of the wits and the will. John, I hope you appreciate that one. I think that's funny as hell. Towel animals. Perfect. And we can even get rid of Guy's Burgers. Make it Frank's Burgers. I know this all seems absolutely friggin' absurd. Don't worry, I'm with you. Look, Frank's Burgers? I look, I get it. You're saying, hey, Rich, you're crazy. It is well known and trademarked that Universal is trying to build their own cruise line. They would have to have stuff scheduled out 10 years in advance to do that. I think it's easier just to buy some of Carnival's boats. Now, are they going to be buying the newest boats? Are they going to be buying the oldest boats? Honestly, no one really knows. But I mean, that looks like a lot of fun. I'd go play with minions in the casino. That Horror Nights is a little scary. There's Celebration Key, slightly more dinosaurs. But Universal Cruise Line might not be as dumb as it first seems. Now, I've been sitting on this for a while because who the hell knew what was going to happen with a ban or not a ban or anything like that. I don't believe I'm banned right now, but again, all of my cruises were mysteriously canceled on Friday morning. So it's currently Sunday night. I'm shooting this. But yeah, I just got cancellation notice after cancellation notice after cancellation notice after cancellation notice. And my favorite thing, you can see those are all my Carnival cruises canceled. Got my credit card refunds. I'm good with that. So that $200 I put down as the casino. But I think my favorite thing is on the bottom of every single one of these emails. It literally says I'm not going to put my address. We will hope you will once again consider Carnival when making future vacation plans. So because that's the email I got with no context or anything like that, I've gotten no letter, I've gotten no email from Carnival, nothing like that. All I can do is speculate. Maybe they see me as the trash and they want to take the trash out. I'm telling you something that is very, very likely. I think that Carnival themselves, the fun ships, not Princess, not Holland, not anything like that, is for sale. And it's for sale to Comcast, NBC, Universal, however you want to. Comcast is the parent company name. That might be a sale, might be a partnership, but they gave Duffy and John Held an order. Clean up the trash, take out the trash, make sure the people that are there are spending money, and they're going to walk in with a robust casino program, with a robust loyalty/rewards program on day one. I don't know how many of you think this is crazy. I thought it was crazy first, and then it all started making sense to me. I mean, it's not nearly as crazy as it seems. And yes, Shrek is dressed like me for some reason. I like the Puss in Boots. Christine with Dracula and Frankenstein behind her. That is John Held meets Alfred Hitchcock. And Held versus Hitchcock, the battle of the wits and the will. Shrek towel animals and Frankie's burgers. I think it makes perfect sense. What do you think? Go ahead and let me know below. Hey, what do you think? Is this crazy? Or is this the easiest way for Universal to enter the very crowded cruise market? Have a port. It's all their own. They can build roller coasters. They can build lazy rivers. They have expertise in Volcano Bay. They can build out Celebration Key. You know, Celebration Key has phase 2 and 3. I think that's what's going on here. That's what no one wants to say. Carnival, in my opinion, is for sale. And the person that wants to buy them is Comcast, and they've been told that before they buy them, they got to take the trash out. I don't think this sale's going to be announced until 2028. I think I'm going to sound like a loon for the next 3 years. But if Christine does her job right, which Christine, I honestly think it's a better idea than Carnival, even though I may not be able to sail it for some reason. If Christine does her job right, I think she's going to take the trash out, fix the ghetto fatigue on the ship. So, Christine, I apologize to you. I thought you didn't know what you're doing. You know exactly what you're doing. You're just not showing all the cards in your hand. I believe that Carnival is for sale. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. This is Richard from No Pants Profit saying, yeah, Carnival's for sale. Christine, John, they got to clean up Carnival before someone's going to announce a public offer. And then when you wear no pants, the only thing you got left to lose is your Hawaiian shirt. Bye!